The Quest for the Golden Fleece. There was once a Greek king by the name of Athamas, who soon grew tired of his wife, and so he sent her away. Soon after, he married a new maiden named Ino. Nephele, the king's first wife, began to worry for her children, thinking that Ino would try to kill her son so that her own son could take over the throne. Nephele's worries were soon proven when Ino parched all of the corn so there was no harvest, and bribed a messenger to tell the king that the only way to stop the starvation was to sacrifice the king's son.
Left with no other option, the king permitted the boy's death. However, as the boy was at the altar awaiting his death, a ram with a golden fleece came down and carried away the boy and his sister. Hermes had sent the ram in response to Nephele's prayers. Sister,
Heli,
unfortunately fell off the ram into a river now known as the Sea of Heli.
Heli,
The boy, Phrixus, landed safely on a land by the name of Colchis. The king of Colchis allowed Phrixus to marry one of his daughters, and in thanks, Phrixus gave the golden fleece to King Eddys.
Phrixus' uncle, a king of Greece, had his kingdom taken away from him by his nephew, Peleus. Jason, the king's son and rightful heir to the throne, had been sent away and would be summoned to return and take the throne. When Jason finally returned, many years later, Peleus was scared, for he had heard that one of his own kin would cause his death. Peleus told Jason that if he ventured to the land of the Golden Fleece and brought it back, he would get the throne and become king. Jason accepted this challenge and set off on a journey with a crew and a ship by the name of Argo. After visiting the island of Lemnos, an island run by fierce women, the ship set off again. Soon after, the crew discovered an old man, Phineas, who could not eat without the harpies making his food smell so foul he wouldn't dare to touch it. Phineas told the men that the harpies must be defeated by 2 men alone, and so 2 men from the Argo agreed to help the old man. Had it not been for Iris, however, the 2 men would not have succeeded. Iris told the men that if they promised to withhold from killing the harpies, they would never again bother the old man. Phineas warned the Argo that they would have to pass the clashing rocks, and in order to test whether or not it was safe, they should send a white dove through first. After safely passing through the clashing rocks, the Argo reached Colchis. Soon after, Hera and Aphrodite made a plan that Cupid would make the king of Colchis' daughter fall in love with Jason. Jason and his crew were welcome, and when the king asked about the fleece, he became very angry. The king gave Jason a seemingly impossible task in order to receive the fleece, and his daughter, now in love with Jason, gave him a magical ointment that would make him invincible. Using the magical ointment, Jason successfully completed all of the tasks. Unfortunately, however, the king still planned on killing him. The king's daughter, Medea, helped him by lulling to sleep the dragon around the tree of which the golden fleece was. After the dragon was asleep, Jason was able to take the fleece and successfully return to his ship. After learning what she had done, Medea's brother, the prince, led an army of people out to seek Jason and Medea. Using the golden fleece, Medea was able to trick her brother onto a hill at night so that Jason could come up and kill him. After returning home to Colchis, Jason discovered that Peleus had forced his father to kill himself, and soon after, his mother died in grief. For revenge, Medea convinced the king's 3 daughters that she was able to turn old people young. Hoping that they could make their father young again, the 3 daughters chopped up their father into pieces, as instructed. However, when they went to look for Medea, she was gone. They found themselves the murderers of their father. Unfortunately, Medea was exiled from the kingdom, and Jason soon married the new princess. A while later, Jason returned to see Medea and found his 2 sons. He tried to convince Medea that it was her fault that she was exiled, but she refused to believe it. To punish Jason's new wife, Medea sent her 2 sons to deliver a magic cloak that killed Jason's new wife as soon as she put it on. When Jason returned to see Medea to yell at her for killing his wife, He found that she had killed her 2 sons, and when he looked up, he saw her flying away in a carriage drawn by dragons.